Hello friends, good evening. Welcome back to the YouTube channel of Gradeup. I am Gourav Gupta and I hope all of you are regularly following all the sessions of like whatever sessions that are happening on the channel, on the YouTube channel of Gradeup. And all of you must be regularly watching all the sessions that I've taken in the previous days. Okay. Now friends, today again we are going to take one another element of equations, and that is like very frequently tested in our examinations. Now I've called today's topic as special equations. Now friends, in this session of special equations I will be dealing with how to find the integral number of solutions if any equation is given to us. All right, so let's talk about this session. Good evening Pratmesh, how are you? All right, so a lot of students are already joining us. Great. Sony, good evening. Pratmesh, good evening. All right, friends. So, friends, like I was saying that today we are going to deal with one another element of equations. So, the equations will be given to us. Let's say it can be linear equation in one variable or two variables or maybe three variables. And we will understand a way of finding the number of integral solutions or number of natural number solutions or number of whole number of solutions for these equations. Now, primarily in this session, we'll be dealing with linear equations in two variables, and there will be two different forms of equations that I'll be giving you. All right. Once again, I hope all of you are following all my sessions regularly. Now, previously, I have discussed like number system, all the basics of number systems, and also I have discussed all the basics of linear equations and quadratic equations. All right. So, friends, let's start with today's session. Let's talk about simple equations and how to find out the number of integral solutions of any equation that is given to us. So as an example, I'm taking on this equation, which is 2x plus 3y equal to 100. All right. Now, obviously, if only one equation is given to us, as I've also discussed in previous sessions, so if only one equation in two variables is given to us, and I will talk about the total number of solutions. I'm not talking about only the integral solutions. Okay. I am talking about any random value of x and y that will satisfy this equation. So obviously we understand that there will be infinite number of solutions for this equation. All right. Now let's talk about what will happen in case we need to find out only the integral solutions. That means all the values of x and y which will satisfy this particular equation such that x and y are integers only. Okay, so let's look at the process of solving this thing. Okay, now one way is obviously you can use the method of hit and trial, but using the method of hit and trial is never a logic behind anything. All right, so what I'll do is I'll explain you the logic behind how to find out the number of integral solutions. Okay, now for this what you need to do is you just need to find out one solution, one set of value of x and y that will satisfy this equation. All right, so for that I'll just have to do a little bit of hit and trial. Okay, so I'll start from putting x equal to 1. So if I'll substitute x as 1, the value of y that I will obtain will be 100 minus 2 divided by 3, that is 98 upon 3. Now 98 upon 3 is not an integer, so I'll change the value of x. So I'll put x as 2. Now once I'll put x as 2, the value of y will be 96 upon 3, and that can be written as 32. Since 32 is an integer, so I will consider this solution. So I can say that one solution or one possible set of value of x and y which will satisfy this equation such that x and y are integers is 2 and 32. So 2 is the value of x and 32 is the value of y. All right, fine. So this is just the start. Okay, now like I was saying that one way is just keep checking for all the values of x. If the value of x will give an integral value of y, then that particular solution will be considered. Okay, but you should not be doing this particular thing. So what till now I have done is, so I'll erase some of these things. So till now what I have done is I have calculated a set of values of x and y which are both integers and satisfy the given equation. Okay. Now whenever we are dealing with linear equations in two variables, I can always say that if x changes in the steps of the coefficient of y, if x changes, the value of x changes with the coefficient of y, then the value of y will change in the steps of coefficient of x. So in simple terms, in this case, I can say that if x changes by the coefficient of y, that means if x changes by 3, then the value of y will change by the coefficient of x, that is 2. All right, this will happen in each and every case, and you can remember this particular thing. This will always happen when we are dealing with linear equations in two variables. All right. Okay, so I can say that, so I'll quickly write it. So whenever the value of x will change by 3, which is the coefficient of y, the value of y will change by 2, which is the coefficient of x. All right, am I clear? So x will change by coefficient of y and y will change by coefficient of x. Now my dear friends, I have just mentioned that x and y will change. I have not mentioned the nature of change. Okay, so to understand the nature of change, we just need to do a very simple thing. So on the right hand side, look at this. The equation is 2x plus 3y equals 100. All right, the equation is 2x plus 3y equals 100. Okay, now I'll find out the value of x in terms of y. So x will be equal to 100 minus 3y whole divided by 2. All right, 100 minus 3y whole divided by 2. All right, now in this case, just have a look at one thing. If I will increase the value of y, then what effect will it have on the value of x? So an increase in value of y will have an opposite effect on the value of x. That means if the value of y is increased, the value of x will decrease and vice versa. All right. So if you will increase value of one of the variables, the value of the other variable will decrease. All right. So this can be understood by just writing the value of x in terms of y. All right. So what I'll do is I'll keep on increasing the value of x. I'll keep on increasing the value of x and correspondingly the value of y will decrease. All right. So which direction will I follow? I will increase x and consequently the value of y will decrease. All right. Now the value of x that I have is 2 and correspondingly the value of y is 32. So if I'll keep on increasing the value of x by 3, correspondingly the value of y will decrease by 2. So if x will become 5, that is 2 plus 3, the value of y will decrease by 2 and it will be 30. Now just pick these values of x and y and try to satisfy the equation. So yes, this value of x and y will definitely satisfy the given equation. Okay. Further, you can keep doing the same thing. So if you'll keep increasing x by 3, so x will become 8, 11, 14, 17 and so on. The value of y will keep on decreasing. It will become 28, 26, 24, 22 and so on. All right. Am I clear? Now if I'll go the other way, the other side, that means if I will decrease the value of x by 3, so value of x will become -1 and correspondingly the value of y will increase and it will become 34. Similarly, if the value of x will further decrease by 3, -4, the value of y will increase by 2, it will become 36. Okay. So basically what we have done is we have written all the solutions, all the integral solutions. Okay, so in the other direction, it will again keep on going like this. All right, so the value of x will go towards negative side, the value of y will keep on going towards positive side, and vice versa. All right, so if I'm talking about the total number of integral solutions, friends, I hope we understand what are integers. Okay, integers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. The positive counting numbers, 0, and also the negative of counting numbers. Okay, so -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on up till infinity. Okay, so since I'm talking about the integral solutions for this equation, so I can again say that the number of integral solutions in this particular case will be infinity. All right, am I clear? Okay, now let's look at the next part of like the same equation. Now here the question was to find out the number of integral solutions, and we know that the number of integral solutions in this case is infinity. But the actual questions that will come on your way will ask you to find out the number of natural number solutions or the number of whole number solutions. Okay, so before I'll go to the number of natural number solutions and whole number solutions, I'll help you in understanding what is a natural number and what is a whole number. So whole number are basically non-negative integers. So negative integers, just remove the negative integers. So whole numbers are a set of all integers which are not negative. That means they'll start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on up till infinity. Now natural numbers is all positive integers. Okay, so just consider only the positive integers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on up till plus infinity. All right, so this is whole numbers and natural numbers. All right, so for the same equation, let us try and find out the number of natural number solutions and the number of whole number solutions. Okay, so I'll open the next page for this. So I'll write the same equation. The equation is 2x plus 3y equals 100. And the basic information, basic thing that we know about this is, if we will increase the value of x with the coefficient of y, then the value of y will decrease by the coefficient of x. So if x will change by 3, y will change by 2, and they will change in the opposite directions. All right, so this is what up till now we have covered. All right, so let's write some of the solutions. So I can start from the same number that we have seen earlier. So if the value of x is 2, then the value of y will come out to be 32. Okay. Now here, first of all, I'll be talking about number of whole number solutions. All right. So if I will decrease the value of x, okay, by 3, so x will become -1 and the value of y will become 34. Okay. Now beyond this, if I'll go further in the same direction, the values of x will be negative. Now since the values of x are negative, I will not consider those solutions. Okay, so I'll move in other direction and will increase the value of x. So x will become 5, 8, 11, and so on. X will keep on increasing and the value of y will keep on decreasing, 30, 28, 26, and so on. It will keep on decreasing. All right. Now friends, if I keep on increasing the value of x, it will always remain positive. So x will not help us in finding the number of solutions, because beyond this point, all the values of x will be positive. So here, all the values of x will be positive. All right. Now looking at the other side, the values of y, if you decrease these values of y, then there will be a certain moment the value of y will become either 0 or it may become any negative number. This is where we have to stop. All right. So if I'll keep on decreasing the value of y, in this case by 2, Okay, if I'll keep on decreasing the value of y by 2, then it will certainly become 0, and then it will become minus 2 at the next step. All right, now this is where I have to stop, because again, since I'm looking at whole number solutions, I will not be considering the negative values of y. All right, okay. Now what we have to do is we have to find out the number of whole number solutions. That means we have to count all the solutions which are lying in this range. Okay, that means just these solutions. Okay, including the last one, that is 0. 0 wala bhi count karna hai, because 0 is also a whole number. All right, so I'll use the values of y to basically calculate the number of solutions. Okay, now 0 is the value of y, then 2, then 4, and so on up till 32. What you may do is you may use the formula of arithmetic progression, or you may just easily count these numbers 0 se start karke 32 tak, all even numbers. This is what you have to count. So I can write that there will be 17 such solutions. All right, so the number of whole number solutions will be 17. All right, so basically I have started. So this is the first solution, then the next solution, and finally the last solution. I just need to find out the number of solutions. I don't have to write all the values of x and y. Okay, I just have to find out the number of solutions. All right, so this is the number of whole number solutions. Okay, right? Now let's look at the next element. If I want to calculate the number of natural number solutions. Okay, now what are natural numbers? They start from 1. So that means 0 will not be included. All right. So one of the solutions which came at the end, which included the value of y as 0. So this solution will be rejected. All right, because this is not a natural number. The value of y is 0, which is not a natural number. And other than this, the remaining 16 solutions will be counted. So number of natural number solutions will be 16 in this case. All right, friends. So this is how we calculate the number of natural number solutions and number of whole number solutions. Okay. Now, at what places such things will be used? All right. Now, it will definitely happen that the question will not tell you that the value of x and y are natural number or whole numbers. Okay. So basically they will say that in a class, let's say there are x boys and y number of girls, such that the relation between them is 2x plus 3y equals 100. All right, 2x plus 3y equals 100. Now that's it. This is what is given to you. Okay, so there is x number of boys and y number of girls. All right, now what can we deduce about x and y? So first of all, number of boys and number of girls cannot be a negative number. I cannot say that there are -5 boys in the class. Okay, so number of boys and number of girls cannot be a negative number. Secondly, number of boys and number of girls cannot be a decimal or a fraction number. I cannot say that the number of girls in the class is 4.8. Obviously not. Okay. Now also, since the equation or since the statement is telling us that there are boys and there are girls, so x and y can also not take the value as 0. Okay, 0 can also not be the value. So after looking at all these scenarios and combining them together, I can say that x and y are natural numbers. All right, so it was not actually given to me, but I deduced it from the information that was given to me. All right, though the limited information was there, but obviously the number of boys cannot be a negative number or it cannot be a fraction. Number of boys and girls can be 0 or any natural number. All right, also if it is given that there are certain number of boys and girls present, so that is why I have removed the possibility of number of boys and girls to be 0 as well. Okay, so I will be looking at the natural number solutions for this equation. Okay, so this is how we proceed in such questions. Instead of number of boys and girls, they may say that X and Y are number of coins, number of 5 rupee coins and number of 10 rupee coins. Okay, so again, number of coins cannot be negative and number of coins cannot be fraction. I cannot give you half a coin. Okay, I cannot break that. All right, so this is how we have to proceed in such cases. All right, so this is where it will help you. Okay, fine. So this was one element of this. Now let's look at one more type of equation, a similar one, 2x minus 3y equals 100. So again, I'll be finding the number of integral solutions, the number of natural number solutions, the number of whole number solutions. Okay. Now I'll repeat the same process. I'll calculate one value of x for which the value of y is integer. So if I'll put x as 0, the value of y will not be integer. If I'll put x as 1, if I'll put x as 1, या फिर ऐसा करते हैं y की values put करते हैं, then the values of x will come out to be positive or easily. So if I'll put y as 0, if I'll put y as 0, then I'm easily getting the value of x as 50. All right. Okay. Now again, I can say that the value of x will change by 3 when the value of y will change by 2. Okay. The value of x will change by 3 when the value of y will change by 2. All right. Now we have to see the nature of these changes. So again, I'll calculate the value of x or the value of y in the form of the other variable. So the value of x will be 100 plus 3y whole divided by 2. Okay. Now let's see what is happening here. Now if I'll increase the value of y, the value on the right hand side will increase and hence the value of x will also increase. All right. So with the increase in value of y, the value of x will increase. So now in this case, both x and y will go in the same direction. All right. So if I'll increase the value of y by 2, that is 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on, the value of x will increase by 3. It will become 53, 56, 59 and so on. All right. Now if you'll observe, both x and y are moving in positive directions. Okay. And if you will go the other side, then both x and y will move in negative directions. All right. So obviously the number of integral solutions, number of integer solutions will be infinite. Also in this case, the number of natural number solutions or number of whole number solutions will also be infinite. All right. So like the previous case, we cannot find the number of natural number and whole number solutions for this type of equation. Okay. So earlier it was a plus sign in between. I could limit the number of solutions, but in this case, I cannot limit the number of integer solutions as well as number of natural number and whole number solutions. All right. Am I clear? I hope. All right. Now let's move on to the next part. Okay. Now this is the most important part, the equation, the other form of equation. So still we have two variables, but the equation is 1 upon x plus 1 upon y equals 1 upon 12. And in this case, specifically, we are looking to find out the number of positive integral solutions. Okay. So that means the number of natural number solutions. All right. So we are specifically looking for natural number solutions. All right. So first of all, so I cannot directly find out the number of natural number solutions. So first of all, we have to basically write this given equation in some other form, or basically we have to just simplify this equation first of all. Okay. So I'm just giving you some steps. So 1 upon x plus 1 upon y equals 1 upon 12. This is given to us. So I'll take LCM on the left hand side. So I'll do it step by step. So LCM on the left hand side and it will become x plus y equals 1 upon 12. Now doing cross multiplication, it will become 12x plus 12y equals xy. Now taking everything on the left hand side, I'm writing it as 12x minus xy plus 12y equal to 0. Alright, now this is the equation that I have obtained. I hope everyone is clear with this. Okay, ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. Now the next step is we have to factorize the left hand side part. Okay, we have to factorize it. Now if you will look at the first two terms, I can take x common from here. Alright, so if I take x common from here, I'll be left with 12 minus y. Alright, now from the second part, if I take 12 common, I'll be left with y. I have this y, but simultaneously I should be having one more term from which if I'll take 12 common, I will be left with 12. I repeat. Now in order to properly factorize this part, so what I have done is I've taken x common. I've taken x common from the first two terms and I'm left with 12 and y. Alright, just look at 12 and look at y. Okay, similarly if I'll have a next term 12y and from 12y I'll take 12 common. So obviously I'll be left with y. And if I have something, let's say a constant here, such that if I'll take 12 common from that, I should be left with 12. Okay, so a number from which if I take 12 common, I'm left with 12. That number should be 12 square, simple. That is 144. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll subtract and add. I'll subtract 144 and will add 144 on the left hand side. Okay, now if I'll take 12 common from here, I'll be left with y minus 12 plus 144 equal to 0. Okay, are you all clear? Right? Now further I'll rewrite it as x bracket 12 minus y. Now I'll take negative sign common, minus 12, and it will become 12 minus y. And 144 taken on the right hand side, it will give me minus 144. Okay, I'm again going step by step. Now taking 12 minus y common, I'll be left with x minus 12. So x minus 12 into 12 minus y equals minus 144. And finally, I'll absorb the negative sign of right hand side. So negative 144 hai, I'll make it positive and will absorb the negative sign in one of the brackets on the left hand side. So x minus 12 into y minus 12 equals 144. All right. So this is the first part of this entire question. Okay. I hope all of you are clear up till this point. Now what you can do is you can save a lot of time in this if you have the equation in this form. If you have equation in this form, that means 1 upon x plus 1 upon y equals 1 upon k. So you can directly write it as x minus k into y minus k equals k square. You can compare it. This is what I have done. The equation was 1 upon x plus 1 upon y equals 1 upon 12. So finally I have got x minus 12 into y minus 12 equals 12 square. This can only be done if you have it in this standard form, 1 upon x plus 1 upon y equals 1 upon k. Okay, you can take you can save a few minutes, like a few seconds, 30 seconds or maybe 45 seconds. Okay, right. Now let's move ahead. So right now the job is not done. We are yet to find out the number of positive integral solutions. So I'll go to the next page. So the equation that I have obtained is x minus 12 into y minus 12 equals 144. Okay. Now let me consider this part as A and this part as B. So now I can say that I have the product of two numbers as 144. All right. Okay. Now A into B is 144, and I have to now find the values of A and B, using which I'll be able to find out the values of X and Y. Okay. Now 144 on the right hand side is written as the product of two numbers A and B. So I'll write out all the possibilities of writing 144 as the product of two numbers. Okay, so I'll do hidden trial right now. 1 into 144, 2 into 72, 3 into 48, 4 into 36, 6 into 24, 8 into 18, 9 into 16, 12 into 12. All right. So these are all the possible ways of writing 144 as the product of two numbers. All right. I'll not discuss that element here. There is a concept in numbers. Obviously, that I'll be teaching you in further lectures. There's a concept in numbers I've already taught in my previous lectures. So if you are following me since day one, we have seen one of the concepts in numbers which talks about the number of ways of writing a number as the product of two factors. So if you'll go back, you will get to understand this. Okay. Why I have written all these ways? In order to basically make you understand what actually I am doing. Okay. All right. So if A is 1 and B is 144, then it will give you a value of X and Y. Okay. So this will give you one solution. All right. Again, if A and B are 2 and 72 respectively, then again you will get a particular set of value of X and Y. And I can say that corresponding to each of these ways, you will get one solution. All right. Are you all clear up till this point? Now also it must be understood that I have written 144 as 1 into 144. If I'll write it as 144 into 1. So if I'll consider this particular way, let's say A is 1 and B is 144, then the value of X will be equal to 13 and the value of Y will be 156. Against this, if I'll reverse these values, that means if I'll consider A as 144 and B as 1, okay. So corresponding to this, I'll get 156 as the value of X and 13 as the value of Y. Now, obviously, these are two different solutions. So this is one solution and this is another solution. So I can say that corresponding to each of this solution, in every case, I'll be getting two solutions for all these solutions. For 12 into 12, I'll get the same solution every time. Okay. So now I can write the total number of solutions as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 multiplied by 2 plus 1. 1 is for the last 12 into 12. So 14 plus 1, that is equal to 15, will be your final answer. All right. So 15 is the total number of positive integral solutions of the equations which we have seen earlier. All right. Am I clear? Okay. Now a shortcut again to find out this answer. Now this shortcut can only be applied in case the equation is given in this standard form. Okay, so let's have a look at this shortcut. So if the standard form is 1 upon x plus 1 upon y equals 1 upon k. In this case, it was 1 upon x plus 1 upon y equals 1 upon 12. All right. So a way using which, so basically, first of all, reminded that the shortcut that I'm telling you can only be applied when you have the equation in the standard form. Okay. So now we have to find out the number of natural number solutions Okay, so number of natural number solutions will be, so first of all square this number, k ko square kar do, 12 square in this case, that is 144, and calculate the number of factors of this number. Okay, how to calculate number of factors I've already explained in my previous lectures. You may open any book which you are using to prepare for your examination. That book will also give you how to find out the number of factors. So for number of factors, what I'll do is, let's say this is the number which is 144. I'll write this number as prime factorization, which is 2 raised to the power 4 into 3 square. Consider the powers and add 1 to each of these powers. So number of factors of 144 will be equal to 4 plus 1 and 2 plus 1. So I'll again quickly tell you, after prime factorization, just consider the powers, add 1 to each power and multiply these numbers. So 4 plus 1, 2 plus 1, just multiply these numbers, 5 into 3, it is 15, and the number of factors of 144 is directly equal to the answer that we have calculated previously. All right, so this is a wonderful shortcut that you can use to get the answer of this question, provided the equation is given in standard form. I'm again telling you, so you have to keep it in mind, the equation has to be in standard form. 1 upon x plus 1 upon y equals 1 upon k. Calculate the value of k square, whatever the value is, in this case it is 144. So number of factors of 144 will be equal to the number of natural number solutions. Okay, will be equal to the number of natural number solutions. And the equation, again I'm repeating, it should be in the standard form. All right, am I clear, my dear friends? Okay, so are you all there? Soni, Prathmesh and other students, am I clear? All right, so friends, that's all from my side for the day. I hope you would have learned something in this lecture. Okay, now I'll keep on coming with such lectures. If you like this lecture, please press the like button, comment, share, and do subscribe the channel. All right. In case, I'm repeating this thing once again, in case you want the regular updates of all my sessions, so you may WhatsApp me your name, your full name, and your target year and the examination that you are targeting. So exam that you are targeting and the year that you are targeting. Okay, you may send these details to me over WhatsApp. I'll add you in a group where I keep on sending the regular updates of all my upcoming sessions. Okay, so I hope you liked this lecture. Thank you very much. Please do press the like button. Please do comment, share, and subscribe so that you will not miss any of the sessions that I take in the future. All right. Now, this is basically the schedule of all the free YouTube lectures that we conduct. So this is the weekly schedule. So you may also note it down so that you will not miss any of the sections, any of the sessions that we take. Okay, fine. Now, one information that will be helpful for all of you. Now, if you want to save yourself from searching for different topics over YouTube, so you can just click this link which is given in the description of this lecture. That link will take you to a sheet where we have compiled all the sessions at one place. All right, so please explore this particular thing. One of the batches for CAT 2021, a percentile booster course, was launched on 13th of August. So in case you want, you may join this batch, and I've shown the entire details of this. On the left hand side of the screen, we have the information about one of the batches that was launched on 4th of August for CAT 2022, the next year. This is the complete course for CAT 2022, and the complete details are given. The students who are specifically targeting SNAP, Narsi Munji, CMAT examinations, they may go for this particular program, okay, given on the right hand side of the screen with the complete details. All right. Now the different courses which are offered by Gradeup, the CAT courses and the courses for other MBA entrance examinations. So if any of the courses suits you, please do join that batch and continue your studies. Friends, this is the list of experts that we have on our panel. On an average, like if you'll consider the overall work experience, on an average we have more than 15 years of work experience. I myself is teaching in this sector since last 14 plus years, and I've previously worked with Time Education, Career Launcher, IMS, and a lot of companies. Now these are our super subscription plans for CAT 2021 and 22 and other MBA entrance examinations. The complete set of details is mentioned. We have currently our mega mock challenge for VARC for CAT 21 students currently going on. This will end tonight. So please, if you haven't, do participate in this mega mock challenge for verbal RC for CAT 2021. That's it from my side, my dear friends. I hope you are following us on Instagram, Facebook, as well as you have joined us on Telegram. Do subscribe to this channel. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.